Hey guys, I'm going to show you another really cool feature of the Power Probe, and that's the ability to tell us the circuit integrity with these lights that'll come on. So watch what I could do. I could go ahead here and test the tool, and you can see that light stays on good. That means I have a good solid contact. If I even pull this off a little bit, I could get this to flicker. What that'll tell you is that's a bad connection. I can also do this on the negative. That's just the tool, not the motorcycle. Okay, I have 11.4 with the key on. Okay, so watch this. What I'm doing now is testing from the battery, through the key switch, to the fuse box, out of the fuse box, up to the actual wire harness. And watch what we're finding here. See that flickering?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so that's not good because we know on the battery, let me try a different positive wire here in the same harness and see what happens. Do you see that?
Yep, stay
okay,
solid.
It's solid, okay? So we know that what's feeding this wire doesn't have great integrity. Let's go back to the fuse panel. Check what happens when I check right at the fuse. I'm good here. Okay, so that tells me that this fuse has a good connection because that light's on. If I go over to some of these other ones here, look at, no light. See how that's just coming and going? That is dirty connections. I turn this switch on and watch what I can do here. There's a lot of play in this key switch and I can actually make that light come and go. That's because the integrity of this key switch is getting bad. So I'm going to show you a quick trick of how to figure out if it's actually a component in the harness. We are going to take right from the battery, and you can see here we took a jumper cable right from the battery right to the fuse. We got a paper clip we're setting on here. Now I'm going to go back to using the power probe up at the harness on the motorcycle and see that I can have that solid red light on that wire. Alright, check this out. See the solid red light now? I'll take it away, put it back on, solid red light. So what you can see is by us creating a jumper, we're able to pinpoint it even more without taking anything off the bike yet. We literally just put our own power all the way up here. That would be the same thing as if I went to that fuse and didn't use the jumper. I'm just showing an old school way of doing it. What I could do is go to that fuse, I could engage the power probe, because you remember where the power probe gets its power is from the battery. So if I took this point and went to the fuse, that would be the same thing as the jumper wire. The only thing is, we use the jumper wire so that I could show you the red indicator with light, and I was testing the integrity here. So sometimes, even though the tool is capable of this, supplying power, we want to take advantage of using old school jumpers as a way to then use the power probes feature of the lights showing the integrity of that wire connection. Alright, so what I'm summarizing here is our multimeter would have showed voltage. A simple test light would have showed a light working. That would be a pass. You would just move forward. When I was talking with the students today, how I related this between just using a meter, using a power probe, is kind of like going to the doctor and the doctor seeing that you have an infection on your foot and saying, well, does it hurt? No, it doesn't hurt. If it's not bothering you, don't fix it. This power probe is showing us that the integrity somewhere is not the best. You could see that that light was flickering and not a good connection. By us going back and just cleaning the connections on the fuse box, we were able to pinpoint that this key switch, if not in a perfect position, the light wouldn't go on. The electricity was still going through. So what that's telling us, it's telling us that that key switch is not in the best of shape. And what we don't want is the customer to fail out on the road. Same thing with the doctor seeing that infection. They're going to suggest, hey, that's an infection. Let's get rid of it. They wouldn't tell you, oh, just don't worry about it since it's not hurting you. We all know that that infection's going to get worse. If we treat electricity like that, to where we think of volt drops, dirty connections, bad connections, are like infections in our electrical system, we're going to be able to service these bikes better. Man, yay to Power Probe for supplying this feature on here, having those green and red lights. Make it a great day and keep wrenching. I hope you found this video useful. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, would you please do so? Also hit that notification button so you'll know about all our future videos. As I always say, keep wrenching and make it a great day.